Have you ever gone searching on Google and just searched and searched and searched and 20, 30 minutes go by and you're like, I still haven't found the answer? I found a answer. I found this particular general thing, but none of them quite fit my particular situation. I think we've all had that experience and not been able to find a solution to our problem or an answer to the question that we have. And that's where AI can be very helpful because it can help us with contextual problem solving. Welcome back to the AI-Driven Marketer. I'm Dan Sanchez. My friends call me Danchez. And today is episode 1 of a new mini-series I'm doing called Unlock AI to help people who are just getting started with AI learn how to get the most out of it. We're going to be going through in a number of different episodes how to even use free AI apps like the free ChatGPT app, which is where I usually recommend people get started, so that you can learn how to unlock this new skill set, this new behavior, and get more out of this new tool, because it's not like Google. It's not like any of the tools we've had before. And we kind of have to develop a whole new way of working with this new tool called generative AI. Again, today is episode 1 in that series to help you use it to do what I'm calling contextual problem solving. Now, a lot of us, when we first get started with AI, we treat it a lot like Google. We put in our query and expect to get almost search results type things back and get frustrated sometimes when it doesn't give us links to external resources. But I'm telling you, the AI is even better than Google when it comes to helping you find the answer to a problem that you have right now. Let me give you an example. The other day, I was sitting on my front porch. It was a Saturday evening. The sun was setting and things were nice, but I was looking down at my grass in my front lawn, and it was more weed than grass. And it was something I'd been putting off for a very long time. I had actually done searches for how to fix the weed problem in my nice Bermuda grass in the middle of Tennessee, but I'd not quite found a solution. I'd found some recommendations, found this, found that. I'm like, I really need some help. So I took a picture and sent it to ChatGPT and asked it for help with my lawn and getting all the weeds out of it and giving it context, helping it understand the full problem, not just be like how to get rid of weeds in lawn, like you'd have to go to Google and Google would give you some generic advice because it doesn't know where you live. It doesn't know what time of year it is. It doesn't know what kind of grass you have and what kind of weeds you're dealing with. But AI can understand all of that. So you can actually give it the full context, and that's what I did. I told it I was in the middle of Tennessee, that it was late April, and the weeds were popping up all over, and I took a picture and sent it to it because I didn't know the name of the weeds, and I also let it know I had a Bermuda grass put in 3 years, and I hadn't done anything but mow and water that sucker. The results it gave me back were outstanding. It gave me a whole regimen of things I need to be doing, including what I need to be doing now based on the time of year, based on the type of grass, based on the types of weeds it was seeing in just the photo that I uploaded to it. Yes, ChatGPT can actually look at a photo and understand what's in the photo, understand the full context. It's almost like having a neighbor who's an expert on whatever the thing is that you're getting stuck on help you in that moment. Sure enough, it gave me the full list of things to do, and I didn't even know what to do with it. I was like, okay, well, where do I buy the chemicals, the things I need to spray? It gave me a full shopping list. And then I said, hey, what of these can I get from Home Depot? And it rearranged my shopping list based on what I could get at my local Home Depot. I then went shopping, bought everything on the list, and started implementing it just a few weeks ago. That's the power of AI with contextual problem solving. It's not just going to give you a generic answer. It's going to give you the answer that you need for your very specific problem. I find that I'm using it more and more to help me solve my everyday problems, from problems with marketing at work to problems with just software that I'm troubleshooting to problems with my dishwasher and my car engine. In fact, ChatGPT even has a camera, so even if I can't describe quite what's going on, I can show it a picture. I can show it a video feed or send it a picture of what's going on so it can help me troubleshoot. Again, it's like having an expert on hand that can help you troubleshoot whatever you're dealing with. Have a behavioral problem with your kid, you're not quite sure how to do it, instead of going to Google and hitting up your first WebMD article, ChatGPT is not a bad first pass. Of course, if it's medical related, go visit a doctor. But if your child's like doing something, like you might be able to get a better understanding of it with the first pass through something like ChatGPT. if your car is having problems or an error code is coming up, you can at least go to ChatGPT and say, what is this error code? This is my make and model of my car. And it can help you identify the problems, what a mechanic is going to look for, how much that mechanic is going to charge, or what a reasonable price would be. And all of a sudden, you're armed with the information you need, not just based on a generic answer, but based on the make and model of your car, the specific error code that's coming up, and what you'd expect to see for that specific problem. Because when it comes to AI, you can get answers to the specifics on your problem. Let's go ahead and live troubleshoot a problem I'm having right now. As you can see, I have this neon light right behind me. And if you're listening, I have this LED kind of fake neon light that says AI marketer behind me. And I've always had a problem with it blinking, right? I probably have some camera refresh rate. I don't really know what to do about it. Let's ask ChatGPT. In fact, I'm going to open it up to advanced voice mode, and I'm going to turn it on to video. I'm going to say, hey, ChatGPT, as you can see in the video, I have a neon light that's kind of one of those fake LED neon lights. You could probably see it in your own camera. On the camera I used to record my video podcast with, it's actually blinking more than I'd like it to. I'd like it to be more steady. Now, I'm using a Canon 80D camera. I have the frame rate set to, I think, 60 frames a second. And the shutter speed is set to 30 frames a second. Or I think that's right. I get confused myself. What do you think I could do to make the neon light stop blinking like that?
The blinking effect happens because the camera's shutter speed and the light's refresh rate aren't synced up. Since your camera is at 60 frames per second, try setting your shutter speed to double your frame rate, so around 1/120th of a second. This often helps reduce or eliminate that flicker. Also, check if the light has a different mode or a steady mode that might sync better with your camera's settings.
That's an interesting solution. I haven't considered bumping it up in order to deal with the flicker, so I'll have to try that. Thank you. You can see I know a little bit about cameras, but not enough in order to troubleshoot it myself. And ChatGPT, being trained on the whole internet, knows a lot more about cameras than I do and all these different things. So it's an incredibly useful tool, and I help it to troubleshoot all kinds of things, whether it's a software problem and I pull it up and just show it my screen so it can help me navigate around the menus to find that one setting that needs to be tweaked. I promise, if you start using AI this way, you'll start to find more and more that it's helpful for helping you navigate all kinds of problems. And guess what? When you give it your first prompt and your first problem and it gives you an answer, you can follow up with question 2 and question 3 and question 4. ChatGPT is just handy at walking you through the whole scenario, helping you dive deeper and actually figure out the thing you need figured out. Now, I've had some people push back on me. Yeah, some people have said well, Dan, isn't this making us dumb? Isn't this helping us think less instead of using our own brains? Is this going to make us dependent on ChatGPT? It's not a bad criticism. There are certainly some people out there that don't think at all now and just ChatGPT everything. But let me give you this analogy. Before, we were wandering around in a maze. We were going to Google, and we'd have to go page by page by page until we found an answer that was good enough to help us fix our problems. It was like wandering through a maze and hitting dead end after dead end after dead end until we happened to find the right path forward in order to fix it. Having ChatGPT on hand is like having GPS, helping us find the answer to our problem. Now, you might say well, yeah, it's making it so we don't have to think. We don't hit the dead ends. We don't have to go through the pain of solving it. And I'm like, yes. But now we can go deeper. We can actually solve it more fully or solve more problems or get onto the thing that we actually wanted to do and actually wrestle with. Because, of course, there's many things that ChatGPT can't help us with. And those are the things that we can now spend more of our time actually diving deep into and actually spending more time wrestling with. Because the point of ChatGPT isn't to eliminate all work. There's still lots of meaningful, creative, and significant work that we need to spend our time and focus on. But ChatGPT helps us eliminate all the little tiny baby steps along the way. And that's why we have things like dishwashers and microwaves and cars. All these things eliminate a lot of the little things so we can focus on bigger, more important, more creative problems that we can now wrestle with. So remember, next time you have a problem, instead of going to Google, try opening up ChatGPT, install the ChatGPT app, make sure it's the official one, and start asking it questions or start asking it for help with problems. A few pro tips before you get started. One, make sure you give it enough context. Give it all the details, just like you would with somebody who's pretty knowledgeable about the area you're having trouble with. Give them the details you think it needs. Second pro tip is to then, before it gives you an answer, finish off your request by saying, hey, what are things that you need clarity on before you can give me a proper answer? It will ask you a few questions, and then you can actually go about getting the answer you need. It is remarkably good at figuring out what it needs to know in order to help serve you better. So try this out. Let me know how it goes.